Hey, all this Gnosis, and we are back again. You can see still on master difficulty. I took quite a long break here. Let's see what it was last time here. Okay, so that's the save. So that was with 24 hours, 8 minutes, so this should now be a lot higher. Basically, let's see how much higher this is now. Let's see how much higher this is now. 2408, 2440. So yes, I took quite a break. Quite a break. Anyway, this is part 22, I think. I'm pretty certain that it's part 22 because part 20 was the one we did yesterday. So part 21 was the first one we recorded before, so yes. So we're currently escaping from his skeletons and stuff like that. Let's actually put a map mark kind of where we want to go, I think. Maybe we should just head south. Yeah, let's head like something like that. And of course I want to find like locations across the map because, like at this point I feel like that would be highly beneficial for us. To find like a bunch of locations and stuff that would be like extremely useful if we could find a bunch of locations, and stuff because so fine fort cultor, that's fine, good. Yeah, we are moving severely fast as well. So actually, to the east, that's Fort Cultor, but there's another thing on the side of the river here. Should be a thing on the other side of the river then. The thing is, of course, obviously, if we can find a bunch of locations, because, if we can do that, it will be good. So that's just there's a monster, which is good, of course. So yeah, it is a bit annoying sometimes, depending on what you get chased by, because certain things aren't going to give up at all. Sometimes what you need to do is just dive into a dungeon, basically, and then like rest inside the dungeon for a bit to hope that the things run away from locations quick enough. So map. So this should be more in this direction. So that's Sonic Cliff Watch. Yeah, I always thought that there should have been a stat like in this, like in what is it in Fallout? So there are enemies nearby somewhere. So let's find Sonic Cliff Watch here. And then there's an abandoned mine nearby. Yeah, let's also discover the abandoned mine while we're at it here. So, can we go inside you? Do you have a bed inside here, maybe, because you're abandoned? Or are you used to rats? Or say, if rats are the worst thing in here, then it's not bad. Especially if there's good loot. Because there are, of course, certain dungeons that don't ever become hard, no matter what. And that's because certain dungeons, I believe, has to do with certain quests. So there are certain ones that are like extremely easy and stuff that, Yeah, so this is a low dungeon, definitely. Because see, here's the thing, right? Like, while the game does have scaling, it's not always true. Because there are certain things that don't count. Basically, there are certain things that don't count, basically. So, Here. You're a gold vein, but you're empty. You're a bandit, Bowman. You're trying to run away. But did you think I was gonna fall for that, really? Okay, so these bandits are like a lot weaker. They are lower level bandits. Like, how can I tell that they're lower level bandits because they're not doing much damage to me at all? Things consider, think about this. Think about how much I got hit there. Stuff that. So you can see, you can definitely tell sometimes that yes, sometimes there is. And you might wonder, like, oh, why do I pick up a bunch of like low level stuff? You know, like why would I pick up, for example, the stuff that he has here? Why would I pick up this and like the arrows and stuff that, you know, boots, material. We're not picking up a glass bow though, how?
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Did it equip the correct spell? Let's see here. Yeah, it did. Because sometimes, for some reason, sometimes after doing certain things, it goes back to the wrong spell or whatever it is. Sometimes. Well, Peerless broke, that might be bad. Oh. You have an advent race though, which I really, really want. Please. Just ban it, sir,
I'm
please.
just warming up, you pathetic worm.
What adrenaline rush, war cry. See how you like the damage now, brother. Hell yeah, brother. All of a sudden so tanky. Yeah, the adrenaline rush is just so damn good. Especially if you need to push a little bit more damage on something and stuff that, you know. Let's heal a little bit. Okay, we might still be dead here though, but why do you have healing? Why do you have healing, goddammit? Fine, you wanna play that game? Brother, you wanna play that game with me? You want to play that game with me, brother? You want to play that game with me, brother? I can play that game with you, brother. I can. 45 strength as well. Let's put damage to willpower on Frostmourne. Because that will affect their that should affect actually their recovery of fatigue. That should basically be their fatigue recovery. Skeletal champion, please.
You have word?
Oh, why did they do so much damage all of a sudden? Right, because we didn't save inside the mine. We did not. It's a bit bad, not gonna lie. I would have loved to have gotten the stuff here though. Now I don't know if for example, if you like reload a save like this, that if it's used if it just put something else inside the stuff here. Hope I did not meant to summon the skeleton already. Let's keep the silver spoon this time actually.
Presence here will not be tolerated.
That's a silver vein.
Now you
Gold
will know
vein.
pain.
There's a bed there. So if we could get rid of... Maybe he won't run away, maybe, hopefully.
You'll never take me down.
Okay. Walk high. Adrenaline rush.
Show me what you've got. Die.
So elven bows, elven shield, elven dagger, glass war axe, elven boots of grace, glass war axe, mine. So let's just use the power mana here. Alright. And we didn't get another. Yeah, we didn't get another repair. Silver spoon. And there's still enemies nearby. You're kidding me, there's still enemies nearby. Mr. Skellington. Right, so where did he run off to normally? So it's this guy. Still need to kill. I mean, if we get enough of the reflect, by the way, we can use start wearing like whatever armor we want, really, to be honest, I feel like. And we can do this guy on our own, we don't need a skeleton at this point. Yeah, the guy, ebony bow is actually very good at this point. How much can we weigh? Yeah, we can carry 600 now. So we're actually currently over our carry limit actually and stuff that, which is actually bad. Yeah. And is there something we could drop here that could actually free up a lot of space here? Yeah, we cannot drop these stuff, by the way. Because they weigh nothing, of course, because, you know, they're part of quest items. So that's something to know. Hard chest. Please, something good. Something medical. That's some gold. Okay, fine. All they used fine. Pickaxe and shovel. There's the trap. There's let's see, by the way. Okay. And we crit. Just gold, poison of severing. 1 second gain. Nope. No, we're over encumbered, but by how much are we over encumbered by? Right, let's see here. Warcry we did cast, we already casted an rush. We cannot cast Beast of Burden. We cannot even cast Beast of Burden. It's an alteration spell that we can cast. I thought that there was an alteration spell that we cast. We can cast Protect for 11 points. Is that the best one we can cast? Is that the best alteration spell we can cast? That only cost 11. Is that the best alteration spell we can cast? Protect. I think it is. I'm keeping an eye out for alteration there. I don't think there is target alteration spells. That is target on something. No. So. Okay, first do that. Map. Let's go. So that's Abandoned Caverns. Okay, so that's just going to lead to that. Yeah, so we're raising this slowly here. Most of that, raising the alteration skill. Alright, and we are gonna also cast like from what is it from illusion. We cast like ISOB. ISOB haven't tied from illusion. So that's yeah. Yeah, keep in mind also that fortifying our magic is like really good. By the way, did we loot that? Yes, we did. I think we came from. That's the way we need to go because that's where they came from. And we went up there, of course, obviously. So cast this spell a few times. Keep in mind that you can die from logs even when they are completely stale and stuff like that. Because there is a certain bug that can happen that if that bug happens then it's really, really bad for you. Okay. Level 26. One more luck. Right, 3 in speed. And then 5 in something. There we go. So I'm trying to balance out some of the stats there so that we don't get like too 100 too fast with certain stats and stuff like that because I want to, you know. There we go. What is... Okay, so we're not that much over the stat limit there or the thing or whatever, right? We could use drop and claymore, but because it's hardly worth anything, it's only about 310. Yeah. But that doesn't even free up enough weight though. Not drop ebony mace, and I don't want to drop the ebony longsword because I like the way that looks. Goddammit. That's 35, that's 32. Drop that for now at least. Drop those for now, and yeah. And maybe, right, so maybe once we escape from this place, let me just cast enough of this spell, by the way. Yeah, let me just cast this alteration spell a shit bunch of times here. We didn't go with any of the spell casting things as like some hints that no. The thing is, of course, we could have made this like playthrough like so much easier if we would have just gone with the correct thing. Because again, if we would have gone with Breton, for example, and then the Lord sign, then we would have had like the Lord sign gives you additional like magic like resistance and stuff like that. But not only that, it also gives you like a certain amount of armor and stuff like that. I mean, that armor applies to all types of armor, by the way. It applies if you're wearing heavy, it applies if you're wearing light, it applies also even if you're not wearing any armor on and stuff that. Because yes, there are still ways, of course, to get on, because you can just put shield spell on actual clothing and stuff that, but you know, so which is interesting. Yeah, so we're a gate of Oblivion over there. We're a gate of Oblivion over there somewhere. Alright. So that there's a gate of Oblivion. The one at Quetzal, of course, is closed. But yeah, so get to... Well, we create a custom spell already. I don't think we do. Let's go to Market District and let's sell a bunch of stuff. First, so I want to make sure that we pick up the armor thing here. That's defense. So, What? Why are they already on attacking us?
Paradise awaits me. Paradise awaits me.
The time of cleansing
You're
is almost
pathetic.
here.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
You should have paid the fine.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't get any bounty here.
Yeah! Remember the Emperor!
Am I
Show me what you
your
do.
friend?
It's a fire!
Your soul in oblivion. Pathetic worm. Die. Best you can do.
I'm letting them deal with it.
Dare oppose the might
I
of
do
the
not
Imperial
fear
Legion?
death.
That was not expected. Huh. So why the hell did we just randomly get like... Is it because we're holding the Epic artifacts? Is that why? I mean, that would make sense, right? If it's because we're holding the Epic artifacts, that would make a lot of sense. If that is the case.
I hope I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Okay. Aegis of the Apocalypse is still being for soul. Let's buy 20 repair hammers.
Good day.
Because now we have a shit ton of stuff we can repair. Which is of course good, which is probably gonna raise up our repair skill high enough. And now all of a sudden, look at this. All of this stuff can now be gotten to 125 now instead. There's so much stuff we have, so much stuff in our inventory that we can use up now. This is going to give us a shit ton of skill levels as well. You have repaired all your gear. And now, armorer at 78. So now, we can get things to 125. Which is insanely useful. Because that just gives you more stats overall. Having them at 125 just gives you more stats overall on absolutely everything. So now we can do 23 damage with Frostmourne, and we can deal 28 with the Bound Sword, which is really good as well. And so, you know.
What do you want?
Hey man, you have.
You won't find better
I'm
prices
pretty
in all
certain you
Samria.
have some pretty good repair hammers. Thank you.
Drive a hard. A pleasure. Bye.
Right. So now, of course, that means a bunch of things, of course, obviously. Now, obviously, we aren't going to carry several, like, of the Elven set, like, unless we want to create, like, several ones that has, like, the same enchants and stuff like that. But, yeah. We want to go over here, of course, and cast, and make sure that we cast the thing, the spell, you know. A lot of stuff to sell now. And also we might invest into Grand Soul Games maybe even at this point.
Well, what can I interest you in?
So you're still going to be...
Always keep your magical equipment charged.
Okay, so that is going to be really quite expensive to do.
Have a look at my wares. Take your
But
time.
we are at 100 with her though.
Have a look at my wares.
So
always keep
cannot
your
haggle
magical
there.
equipment. Can I interest you in some
we
of
can
my
haggle here,
wares?
for example. because that means that we are selling items at a higher value. And that should just be, basically this means that now that when we are selling stuff.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
So that means that we are setting the haggling to the like if you don't do this, then you're going to get less value for the stuff that you have. So now we're going to get way more cash from the things that we're actually selling and stuff that to her. So that not by a lot though, but you know, there are things that I want to make sure that we keep though, because you know, yeah, because we're keeping the blood grass. There are some other things we're going to keep as well.
Deal.
Of course, don't sell the heart, say the silk though, keep the carrow though.
An excellent bargain.
Ebony dagger, ebony mace, electoplasm. I'll actually keep that because you need that for a quest. Elven boots, as you can see, sell one of those.
Fine transaction.
Sell one of those. I don't know sometimes why it splits up like that, because that can cause a certain bug to happen. As of that, Foxglow Nectar, as of that.
You drive a hard
Don't
bargain.
sell that because you are equipped with that. Keep the garlic, keep the glass arrows. Sell glass daggers, sell glass gauntlets, sell glass mace. Normally I keep the glass shield to put a good enchant on it, but we don't need to.
A good bit of gold.
Glass war axe. Gold nuggets.
An excellent bargain.
Gold sapphire.
That seems a fair price.
Worship.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
Teratome. Immolating blast. An arrow.
An excellent bargain.
Now you will amulet, keep that sell your man's retort. Sell the leaks. Legendary soul trap, less soul gem, less soul gem.
That seems a fair
Keep
price.
lettuce because I think we need that for Sheogorath. Yeah, keep the man recruit, master and pestle.
You've made a good bit of gold. You've made a
one
good
of
bit
them. Keep one of them into cuirasses. Keep me the gauntlets and all of those. More flesh we can sell.
A good price for a good cut.
Keep them on the ring, of course. And sell all of the Mythic Dawn commentaries.
A good price for a good customer. A fine transaction. Thank you.
There was a number 4, what? Right, the number 4. Did we ever read the number 4? I forgot if we did. Did we read number 4?
Well, what can I interest you in?
You've gotten it to the maximum there, but you should remember to always do that, because otherwise you can lose out on a lot of money actually. So sell regular onions. Head is all gems. Potion of Severing. Hey ho!
Got a great deal there.
Potion of Healing. Normally I would keep those, but you know.
That seems a fair price. You got a great deal there.
Ring of Strength. Burst. Keeping Ring of Stormstone, Silence.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
Silver arrows, silver dagger, silver nuggets, Spittle stick, keeping Staff of Warfrost, 2 steel arrows, some potion of healing, some potion of sorcery, some potion of strength.
You got a great deal there.
2 vampire dust we're keeping, what am I not keeping?
You got a great deal. That's more than I'd usually. That's a fair deal. You got a great deal there.
Because I know what some of the stuff are that we need for the whole vampire cure thing. That we needed like the garlic, we needed the blood grass, we needed black blood from Argonian, we needed like some other things. But yeah, that is if we ever want to become, of course.
Come back and see you too.
Actually, let me check it.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
That should also mean that she is offering very, very good prices now on certain things. Those are the Amphigan and Soul Gems. Common Soul, pay the soul. Create the soul. Okay.
good day.
Okay.
What? I'm listening.
Okay.
What can I interest you in? Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Yeah, you can see how much cheaper they are getting there from doing that. Because we can see if he wants to sell for the prices we set up now and stuff that or not. It seems weird though that he hasn't changed his stuff here yet.
You too.
So now that we have done this, one thing we can do now, for example, is bound boots, because we don't have any bound boots spell. We don't have any bound boots yet. So bound boots. So we do this, bound boots first, bound boots last for 20 seconds, correct? Yes. Cast bound boots, boom. Then now that that's cast, go in on repair. Select Missile Anglers, select the repair item, repair this above normal amount, and then drop. Stay it on the floor. Wait 1 hour. Oh no, the spell ended. Bound boots joined. And now we have bound boots. Now we have some bound boots. Now we don't need the glass boots anymore. Good. So now we have bound boots, bound gloves. We don't have bound greaves yet. We do have a bound shield as well, but now. Bound bow, we already have a bow. We already have the bound bow. We have a bound sword. Bound bow, bound cuirass. We already have a cuirass. We already have the dagger. Right, bound. I mean, I'll put a bunch of the bound daggers I've already put inside, like the chest that we have back at the base. On gauntlets, we already have the gauntlets. These are the gauntlets, the bound gauntlets, which you can see because they weigh 0. Bound dagger, bound gauntlet. Bound greaves, we already technically have the bound greaves. Inside the base, same thing with bound helmet. We don't have bound mace. Correct? No bound mace. Yoink. We don't have a bound mace. Repair. Yes, you can do this also as a very, very cheap way to keep repairing to raise the skill. That you can keep doing that over and over, basically, like summon like a bound thing and stuff, and then just repair it up. There we go, and then we have bound mace now, just for 1 hour. Or wait for 1 hour, pick up the bound mace, and now we have a bound mace. That weighs 0. Okay, so we have bound boot, we have bound bow, we have bound cuirass already, but I plus greaves, helmet, bound mace, bound shield, already have bound sword. We don't have a bound war axe yet though. So we can have all this bound stuff. And the best thing about bound stuff is they weigh absolutely nothing. Which is absolutely freaking fantastic and stuff that, and yes. And of course, yes, you can use the infinity to do this, to use the infinity luck repair stuff. And you heard there, do-do-do-dunk, meaning that yes, we gain skill points even from repairing like bound stuff. Which basically just pretty much breaks the game, pretty much. So yeah, boom, that just for 1 hour. Pick that up, and now we have a bound axe, we have a bound bow, we have a bound mace, we have a bound sword. We have a frostbow, of course, which was not a bound sword, by the way, because I believe, right, that it will be called something different, that spell, the bound spell and stuff that, like the it will be called something different. That's better bound spell. So, yes. So we're currently at 92 conjuration. So that is very good now. That is indeed very, very good. Because that means that now we can go back to our base. Back off Frostcrack Expire and drop off a bunch of things. We can also like put out everything that's not at 125 in stats and stuff that's it. How sad that we do not have any grand so games. We would need more, of course. So that, but yeah. Of course, now we have less. We're gonna have less. Probably gonna have less of it. We're gonna have less of the shield spell. How much shield do we have now? We still have 40. And then you have the Necromancer robe there as well, which is interesting. Of course, yes, the Mundane Ring, by the way, as I've said, is a big deal and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully we can come across another Mundane Ring. Which would be fantastic if we come across another one, but it's not 100% a guarantee. So this is but a bound craze, by the way. So first off we do this. We drop off like bound shield, helmet boots, all of that stuff. Glass boots, chill stuff. Necromancer robes. And then weapon wise, right, we can, or rather we can, you know what I mean. Weapons. Drop off bound axe, drop off bound bow, bound mace, keep the bound sword, drop off the Daedric arrow, drop off the Elven longsword. I think that's our keep stuff for Hoarfrost. Yeah, cannot remove quest items from inventory because they weigh 0. Put in the arrow withering. And then now, that's 100, that's 100. That's 100. We're looking for the ones with 100 now. 100, 100, 100. 100. 100. 100. Right. Those are all the 100 stuff, and now we can repair up them so that we can make them better. Okay, and that brings us our armor up to 18. Nice, very nice. So you can see, for example, Bound Craze would be better than a current armor piece there and stuff like that, but that gives you the shield. But of course, yeah, that's the heavy armor, of course, the Bound Craze. For example, we already have Bone Gauntlets. We don't have Bound Greaves, but as you can see, that's heavy armor. And the Grace is also heavy armor and stuff like that, so you would have to sacrifice stuff. Of course, these are Greaves as well, so these are light armor Greaves and stuff like that, yes. This is of course light armor helm. It is of course the Orcish helm as well. So it depends. We are removing one if we're wearing this. And we are removing another part of the shield spell there, which is 10% if we equip Greaves. And yes, let's do that. So now we only have 30% shield. Not 20%. We have from Big Boss and from Light. And Big Boss is of course the gauntlets, so yes. So we're in bound boots, now bound cuirass. Bound gauntlets we already have, bound greaves. So you know, things are different. And then of course we have the Orcish helm, which is heavy armor. And of course the Orcish helm is also heavy armor. So and stuff that because so put in these boss, put in bomb gauntlet because we already have sunglass gauntlets, greaves, and helm. Put in some bound daggers, keep the bound sword, put in the direct bow, keep the stuff for Hoarfrost. And yeah, now there's not that much stuff that weighs stuff on me currently. There's like there's the sword that weighs, there's this thing that weighs, then what else? And then there's the Spellbreaker shield, and that's the only thing that really weighs. It actually has weight to it. It's pretty insane. That also the only two things that actually has weight to them and stuff that, so you know. That is insane, by the way. That is pretty good indeed. And stuff that those are the only thing that actually has weight to them and stuff that, which is, you know. Because yeah, keep in mind that eventually I would want to enchant all of these stuff as well here. Maybe I won't enchant them with all shield business and stuff that, you know. If we can get Spell Reflect up, of course, obviously. So Spell Reflect, again, is illusion. Spell Reflect is illusion. It is illusion. That's what it is. Illusion, which is Bravil. That has Chameleon. That has the Chameleon. Automation? No. Mysticism. Yes, mysticism. But what did we even have a mysticism spell we could actually use? We do have clairvoyance, but clairvoyance is not worth casting. We do have minor life detection though. I think that's the only one we can currently actually use. And I know that there are stronger ones we have as well that we have picked up actually. I believe I saw us pick up. No. I don't think we picked up any of the other ones. Or have we? Yeah, we do have the regular soul trap there as a mysticism skill. None of these are mysticism, that's illusion. That's mysticism, but that's a superior soul trap. Yeah. Okay. Actually, hold on, what's our mysticism skill at? Because see, that's the thing, we might be able to create a really good mysticism spell. So mysticism is... I kind of wish that they could like save whatever ones that you were at currently and stuff like that. Yeah. So School of Mysticism. So it's Dispel Assault, Trap, Telekinesis, Spell Observation. So. Night, I rarely resist, Shield, Summon the Faded Wraith, More Aeroth Clan, Fear Ghost, Skeletal Hero. Was the strongest, right? Oh no, it was Champion that is the strongest. So wait. Take life. Okay, so we can cast that. We can cast that spell. How long can we make you last? can make you last 8 seconds. That's 9 seconds. Magnitude of 100. We can make you last 8 seconds. And radar. Congratulations, you have created a new spell. Yes. So minor life detection. This one costs 22. So now we finally have a pretty good spell that we can cast. And I don't know why it looks like there's an effect that is catching on for whatever reason, right? Let's see here. Because keep in mind, right, that there are certain spells that you won't be able to make if your skill level is not high enough, which is why sometimes new spells can start appearing once you get certain schools to a certain thing. Now all of a sudden you have Soul Trap available there. I don't think you had that available before here. So yeah, you know. Now that we have these at 25 though, we can do this. We don't have the spell yet, of course, here, as you can see. But you can, of course, get a Soul Trap spell as well at this point, but let's take life again. Magnitude 100. Instead of 8 seconds, I believe we can take it up to 12. Maybe even more. Up to 16. Maybe even more. Up to 20. Maybe even more. 21. 21 seconds, and then it's going to cost 58, and now it's CIA. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's recreate the CIA as a spell in the game. So going from radar to casting CIA on our enemies. Alright, that cost 58, meaning that would be very, very good for leveling up the mysticism skill. So yeah, you can only cast it like 3 times almost if you wait a bit here. So yeah. You might say, oh, this is not worth doing and stuff that, but now we can use cast 3 without even needing to wait and stuff that, which is really good, by the way. So you can see there, it seems that almost every 3 casts is a skill up. It's exactly 3 casts, so that's what's 3 casts. 4 casts. Yeah, I mean, if it is every 4 casts that's a skill level, that's actually pretty good. I mean, because keep in mind that this was something we did on app as well, but keep in mind, for example, that this thing, like raising all the spell schools, is something that can become easy, but it's only easy because of the whole spell creation there. That if you really want to be like effective at leveling them up, sometimes you might say, oh, it's better to be able to use cast spell like a shit ton of times instead, which can be between certain purposes. But if you used to have access to being able to wait like that, then there's no point in not doing this, and stuff that, if you get what I mean. Yeah. I'm curious though, what do we need to get a skill level up to be able to cast the reflect luck spell, or to create a reflect spell? So that, because obviously, right, the whole reflect thing down here is still going to be super expensive. You're not going to be able to cast this once. It's still at 282. So I mean, it's been like reduced since over like 300 or whatever, right? And our thing is only at 32. So I don't know, does that mean that at 50 it would be affordable to cast It's the question, right? Because, you know, 68 Medica. So yes. But I think that's gonna do it. Not for this time, you know, and stuff that, but you know what I mean. Okay. So we didn't do that much progress in this, like, recording session and stuff that, you know, this kind of makes sense why we didn't do a lot of progress. We just put, because I keep forgetting, we haven't gone over really to this side here, so let's put this like here. Maybe even, yes. So, because I want to make sure, right, that we actually start going to like other places, you know, if you get what I mean. I think we already know Gnome Mountain, right? Yeah, we already know Gnome Mountain, so that's completely worthless. So this plundered mine over here, which might be worth finding as well. And keep in mind that once we start getting to, like, keep in mind, right, that since we're wearing bound equipment, and bound equipment weighs 0, meaning that, for example, even if it's heavy armor or whatever, right, the thing is just that we are so lightweight, basically. Hello, Goblin Warlord. Bye, Goblin Warlord. I don't know if we even found the place there. Where did find the plundered mine? You don't have enough magic. The key is to run normally also as well, by the way. Keep in mind that this is the normal running speed without us even sprinting and stuff that. Yeah. Here's the thing, speed is one of those that actually does stuff above 100. There are a couple that actually does a function over 100. Speed, of course, lets you move faster and stuff that. Meaning, of course, you can use Mechasonic spell, like fortify your block movement speed as much as possible. This is probably just going to be the Hestia one. Because this is close to the Cloud Ruin Temple, yeah, this is the place where we kill off Joel and stuff, so yeah, yeah. So there's Capstone Cab. So there's Apple Watches over here. So let's go Apple Watch because that's where you want to meet. That's where we can meet those characters.
What? You've seen way shrines in the wilderness? Those who've be seeing you.
And she's the one that gives you whatever you call it, Skeletal Champion, yeah. You silly spider Daedra, you. Alright, we didn't create a better spell for the skeleton. We should have done. That's actually funny. Go, go, my champion. But you want to do this, Daedra? You want to do this? You see, the majority of damage is not from me, the majority of damage is from mine. Helper. Skeleton. Yeah, I can kill the finishes off there. Good. He had a bone. He tried to give me a bone. Can you believe it? A bone. An ordinary bone. What was he expecting? Oh. Give me a bone. An ordinary bone. Clan fear. Oh shit, supplies is here. Maybe running time? It's running time. Yes. Yeah. So you can see there's a lot of stuff. Ads applications. It's a bit annoying that you cannot move to where that recording or where that window shows up. Like, I wish you could have moved that box or something like that, you know, that would be a good feature, you know. I feel like. Oh, hello. And it's Sean. You're a red guard. That looks like a red guard. But I am a tanky boy. Not super tanky though. But you can see like this would have been like unheard of before, you know, and stuff that like. Of course, and then they receive help. Yeah. Yeah, still our summons are doing a lot of work still, you know, it's still not like easy to just go like one-on-one. But that might also have to do with the fact that we give up on a bunch of shield equipment and stuff that now we only have the 20 shield instead of having 40. Because I still think that matters, that even if we're at, for example, we're at 85 armor, which seems to be the maximum that it goes to, but still, if you put shield on top of that, then it definitely feels like it reduces the damage by quite a bit. Right. And there's a reason why we're doing this, of course, and that is like where we're going, like over here and stuff that, you know. A lot of it is just to keep on the map. Now, I am gonna ask, but I'm not gonna like do it immediately, right? Like I'm gonna wait a while for enough people to answer, right? Because I'm gonna ask like, okay, can I continue on playing on the file? Use like for exploration reasons, so we can find like, so that next time you join, I will have explored, you know, and stuff that, and try to find like a lot of the Daedric shrines around, right? Because then we have a lot of content to do, right? Because, you know, this is what? Oh, this feels like there is something actually here. Nearby at least. That's a bridge. There's a bear. So why are the bridges up here? Is there something up here? I mean, you could figure that this could be related to Skyrim almost. Imagine if they actually put in things because they have made Skyrim and stuff like that. Imagine if they put in things that weren't in the original. I mean, there are some things that already wasn't in the original that is in this and stuff like that, but I don't want to spoil what some of those things are. Yes, that works differently now and stuff that, yeah, sure, like everyone knows that. Like Spectre Ring is completely new, it existed in the original core, but you couldn't get it in the original for whatever reason, both on console and on PC. Like, I think you could add it with via mods. Oh no, this is a Daedric Shrine. Yeah, that's the Daedric Shrine symbol. You are what, Daedric Shrine? You're